because I like it.
Let me get a close-up of the worm.
The what?
The worm.
See?
All right.
He has a little hat on. And an happy flower. Very, very happy flower.
Uh-huh. Why is the flower happy? Why are you happy, flower?
Because he likes the sun and the rain and the bees.
Oh, that's beautiful. Crystal is a crystal.
Crystal is a crystal with a cake with candles on it.
And what are the...
She's cold.
Oh. Ooh.
A lot of sounds, right?
I really like Crystal's eyes.
Oh my gosh, you're such a... Where are you living? What, Jeff?
She's very energetic.
Very energetic?
Very.
Uh-huh.
So what's there?
Where does she get so much energy from?
Probably from being cold.
Ah.
Yeah, the funniest thing about it, parking lot's always empty.
She's like any other kid. She's a kid.
Sorry?
Who is the...
I don't think I had as much success with the puppets as I would have liked to, not because of the way we were using them, but because I think the medium for me it's not dimensional enough. It's too two-dimensional. Because I'm used to using plush puppets and cloth puppets and things like that, and my kids are familiar with that. And in introducing the paper, they, just like my other puppets, they just want to get their hands on them, and I have no trouble with the cloth because I can always throw it in a pillowcase and throw it in the washing machine, and that's that. But with these, I really, I was coveting them. I really wanted to keep them. I really was. Because I felt like, this little guy, they all wanted to play with it, and I would give them a chance.
Are you kidding? Of
But,
course.
I didn't want to see it get ripped, and,
I don't blame you.
and
He might have
My-
more appeal if he got crinkled a little bit.
maybe.
Well,
Paper has texture, and the other thing about this is that if you watch the show, it's a two-dimensional character on the
This
show.
particular,
Yeah.
right, this particular
Yeah.
guy right here. I think if I were to utilize puppets like this again, I would explore using foam,
That
the
foam,
dense
yeah.
foam that's flexible, you can cut it, felt, cardboard, things like
But
that.
see, the more you spend and the more time you spend making it, the more you're gonna puppet it. I don't know how many kids use these puppets and they still look okay.
I think as long as it has some staying power, like the foam, which is not cheap, but it's available and you can actually wipe it. You can wipe it off. It doesn't rip as easily. So I think for me that might be a wise investment.
Sure.
I think maybe though too, one of the things that my kids kept saying was, when are we making a puppet? When are we making a puppet? And if you introduced it and then gave it, like a lot of times I'll give homework assignments, but I'll say you don't have to bring it back. This is a fun homework assignment. And the children do want to bring it back, so maybe if you gave them a pattern and you said, here, take this home, and if you want, make blue a friend, because blue does have a friend, magenta. And what color would you pick and give it a name? Like my kids right now are in the process of making names for their leaves, so we're doing that. Some of them said an L sound, or what kind. That's why I asked you, what kind of leaf is this? And they wanted to know what kind of leaf it was, because if they had a maple leaf, they wanted to have an M word. So that was.
And you can, as you make patterns, the patterns can be fit a lot of them on one page. They can that can be downsized to become a puppy of him, or a small version of him.
How did the kids react to the puppet?
They really, really enjoyed them. I used a lot of them for articulation, like my lips. We were doing the sh sound. And in working one-on-one, in working one-on-one, it really worked out well because I was able to just sit very closely with the student, and they were able to manipulate it appropriately. When I had my larger groups with 5 children, they all just want to, they're tearing at the puppets, and they're like, well, give it to me. I want to turn, and they were fighting, naturally.
That must have upset you.
Making them fight. And it was
I can
upsetting.
appreciate it. Oh my puppets.
It was upsetting
Yes,
me because
yes.
I think not because they were making them fight so much as because they were papering them like, don't bring But I used the peanut butter and jelly. We did a sequencing activity on the speech therapists, like Rhonda and Carol, and we made peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and I had some students, take turns. One could be the peanut butter, one the jelly, and they would tell the steps, what are the materials that we need to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Well, we need ingredients, peanut butter, jelly, and bread, and what are the tools we need? What utensils? We need a spoon, not a knife, a spoon, to spread the peanut butter and the jelly, and I had the puppets, and I introduced them using the silly voice, the peanut butter voice, and the kids tried to imitate that, which that worked out very nicely. That worked out well. As long as they didn't have the peanut butter on the puppet, that was okay.
Peanut butter on the puppet. It held up.
It's a very sterile room.
Oh my God. Did they know who that was?
They knew immediately. I brought out Slippery Soap, and they knew immediately who Slippery was. I used this with my first, second, and kindergarten age students, and we were talking about descriptive words. How Slippery Soap is slippery, and Blue helped out with a few things. He's blue, and blue is a describing word. And what else can you tell me about Blue? Well, he's spotted. He's big. He has a big nose and small eyes, and
Floppy?
Never. Not this floppy. But we worked on adjectives and things of that nature. So I targeted a lot of language areas with the kids. Pragmatics, we're having trouble with the pragmatics about the appropriate, use of the puppets.
But they look in good condition. You just hold them.
No, I think it's
Lily, did you really use the puppet?
I did really. But I have a sink in my room. I have to tell you, I did make the kids wash their hands. Who's got their finger up there? I did. I'm fortunate. They have me in a closet. They have me in a workroom. That's my office. And I'm lucky enough to have a sink right there. No windows.
No window.
No windows. That's.
We call them suites.
I like that. I think I'll use that. But
They have,
I think the
by
kids.
contract, have to have a window.
Oh.
Do
There's
you
a
have
lot
an
of
air
things by
conditioning?
contract.
Do you have an
Do
air
you
conditioner?
have a union? That's another thing.
I have a door. I have air holes at the top of my door.
You have air
No
holes?
plexiglass.
Well, really, I don't feel badly. Can
Just
you
don't close the door.
imagine teaching with urinals on the whole
Oh,
wall
well,
next
what do we
to
get?
you, like they show in the New York City?
Sure, I can speak to
To
that.
me, I'd really get upset over that one.
I think the kids picked up on just my apprehension, letting them hold them, so they were constantly asking for the cloth. So I obliged, and I think that when I do make more, I'll just use different materials or incorporate the paper with other things,
Yeah.
so that I think I would feel less apprehensive in letting the kids really
Let
get
them make
down
their
and
own
dirty.
puppets, so then it's theirs.
Truthfully, I don't know that
That's
I
it.
would even have enough time, because
Oh,
like
but you
Josie,
can
I've got
right.
30-minute time slots. By the time I collect them from all corners of the
They will-
building, I've
But
got
if,
Well-
20 minutes
but if you
left.
gave them a pattern, if
They'll
they
take
really
it home.
interested, they might do
They'll
it.
take it home and they'll bring it in.
Right.
So
Because they're
they're,
proud of their.
and it might take a month to establish the puppets coming in on an ongoing basis, but they will be theirs.
They do love the puppets. I mean, and I incorporated puppets. A girlfriend of mine who teaches 3rd grade was working on a mammal, activity from the science class. So I brought in all of these mammal puppets, and I had a few fish puppets, and we talked about the difference between fish and mammals, and one can breathe underwater, and we put on a whole show for the kids, and we let some of the kids get involved. Each new mammal that we introduced, we let a child manipulate. And they're fourth graders now, and they come and say, Miss Sukup, you were the one that came in. Remember that puppet show we put on last year? So it really sticks in their mind.
Oh, it does. They remember it well. Well, thank you. That was... What's that over there? Yeah.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm okay, but I'm a little bit hungry.
Ah.
Don't you think it's time to eat?
Boy, you're one of those body organs
Excuse
that
me?
definitely has an agenda.
You betcha.
You're always looking around for something, aren't you?
I can take your mind off anything.
I'll bet you're good at opening closets and refrigerators.
I can make you do it. I'm like the most influential guy in the body.
Yeah, well, who's pulling the strings here? I thought somebody else was pulling the strings, but you're actually pulling the strings, aren't you?
It's me. When I want to eat, you can forget about anything else.
Gee whiz, don't you tend to overdo it once in a while? You know?
I don't. You do. I'm the one who suffers for it. I'm hungry, you eat too much, I get sick. You wonder why I'm grouchy sometimes? Why I grumble? Sheesh.
Oh, someone help me out here. Anybody got something to say to the stomach here?
Want me to sing my song?
Oh, yeah, please.
Might as well.
Yeah.
The food goes in the stomach, the food goes in the stomach, the food goes in the stomach, and then I mush it up.
Wow. Boy, you have a lot of responsibility, I must say.
bet.
And is it fun being a stomach?
It has its ups and downs. You walked me right into that one.
Well, I have never had an opportunity before to talk to a stomach, and I'm just delighted.
I've been talking to you sometimes, you just haven't been listening.
Well, that's true. My stomach has actually been talking to me for years, and I never really thought to talk back to it.
Now you know to pay attention.
Well, you've certainly shed some light on a very, very dark and tucked away subject, and I appreciate your sharing everything with us, and I'm also glad you were able to keep most of it to yourself.
Well, I try. Now how about a nice hot fudge sundae?
All right, I'll go see if we can find one.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot for coming.
You're very welcome.
Bye.
Bye.